Morning. It's late October and it's a cold, wet, miserable, rainy day out. So what better day than for us to make a pot of potato soup? So why don't we just jump right in and get started with this? The first thing I had done is into a bowl I added a cup of flour, 1 egg yolk, a pinch of salt, and I started adding a little water, mixing until I got the consistency of what I needed. This is going to be pinch noodles. That's going to be added to the soup at the end. And then I put it in the freezer to stiffen it up for when I pinch it off and throw it into the soup. So what we're going to need for ingredients is we're going to need about a half a pound of thick cut bacon, 1.5 cups of onion, 2 quarts of chicken stock, 2 pounds of potatoes. Those are going to be peeled and chopped. 2/3 a cup of butter, 3/4 cup of flour, all-purpose flour. You're going to need 4 cups of milk, and a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. And chunk of ham. This I smoked myself. Look at that, no tear onions. The potatoes are all chopped. Now I'm going to soak them in water a couple times just to flush out some of the starch. Bacon is bought at a local meat market. What you want to do is just slice it up. You're going to cook this down when you saute the onions. So here we're going to start our bacon. We're going to start rendering it down a little so we can get some fat in the bottom before we add our onions. Here, we'll throw a little bit of that smoked ham in with it. Oh, she's steaming now. Hey, we're getting a little fat in there. Add the onions. And we will saute these until they're translucent. Now that my onions have sweated down, I am going to leave the grease in there because grease is great for you. I'll now add my homemade chicken stock. And my potatoes. We will give it a stir. Now I am gonna put the lid on it, and I am gonna keep it under medium heat for about 1 hour. After about a half hour, I'll probably turn it down to more of a simmer, and I want it to let it cook nice and slow. So my soup has been simmering for almost an hour. So here we are going to add my pinch noodles. So the dough or noodles that I made earlier, here's the ball. And all I'm going to do is pinch chunks off of it and drop them in. And what you might have to do as you go through doing this is add a little flour to the outside of it to try getting it so it don't stick to you. Okay, I'm going to add a little more flour to the outside of it real quick. Fridge. Now you can roll it out and cut it into actual noodles if you want. But this just makes nice little bite-sized chunks. It's something different. Stir this up. Add my bacon or my ham. Which, yes, I diced it up with my food dicer. That thing works really wonderful. And it don't cost that much. I'm going to let this cook for a little bit longer just to get the noodles done, and then we will add our thickener. So over low heat, I'm going to melt my butter. After your butter is melted, slowly stir in your flour. They say to only let this cook for about a minute. I go longer. I don't care for the floury taste. I kind of want to brown it up a little bit. It kind of gives it more of a, I guess, a nuttier flavor. Now to my flour mixture, I'm going to add 4 cups of milk. There's 2 cups of that. Heat up just a little bit. Make sure you get this mixed up really good. I'm going to let this. So now to my soup, I'm going to add my flour mixture. It's already starting to thicken up on the bottom. We gotta get this all mixed in. And we're going to pour in the rest of the milk. We're going to let this go for a while and we're going to let it thicken up. We'll be back when it's done. Now my soup's been simmering for a little bit. Get ourselves a bowl. To that, I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. Now I try not to add my salt and pepper or too much of it till the very end because of the bacon and the ham. If they're really salty, it could add a lot of salt to this. So you don't want to do it till the end. So as y'all know, there's nothing better than a nice hot bowl of soup on a nice cool fall day. Oh, that's good. That is real good. See you in the next video.